Campers, welcome to Camp Half-Blood and welcome to the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games Readathon is a month-long readathon that will take place in July. It is Percy Jackson themed and you don't have to have read Percy Jackson to participate in it. This is the second year I am hosting this readathon. I created it last year and it was amazing. Thank you so much for everyone who participated in it and who supported it. You guys are amazing and I am super excited to be announcing it again for this year. Before we get into the nitty-gritty details about this readathon, I would love to introduce to you the co-hosts. First, we have Ali from The Nature of Pages. Ali is our activities coordinator here at Camp Half-Blood. All of the activities like archery, wall climbing, she is in charge of those. Next, we have Nicole from Nicole and Her Books. She is our weapons master, so any weapon you might want to learn how to use, she's your girl. And finally, we have Sasha from The Wild Sasha, who is our monster tamer. As you know, the forests surrounding Camp Half-Blood are brimming with monsters, and she is the one who is in charge of all of those. I will link all of their channels down in the description box below, so please do check them out. They are amazing people. And lastly, my name is Ishi. I am your oracle, and I am here to send you all out on your various quests. Now, getting right into the details, there are 9 teams total, which is 3 less than last year, but I do have reasons for leaving specific teams out, so hopefully no one is too disappointed. If you know what team you want to be a part of already, that is amazing, but if you don't know, I will link a quiz down below for you to take. It is just the quiz on the Rick Riordan website, so it's nothing too fancy. It will take you like a couple minutes, and then I will also link below a Google form where you can declare what team you will be on. So once you know, please fill out that Google form so we know how many people are on each team. Each team will be given 5 challenges which they need to complete, and you cannot mix and match these challenges up. You need to finish all of them separately. So to pass this readathon, you need to read at least 5 books. And once you have finished these 5 books, you also have the option of completing bonus challenges for bonus points. You don't have to, but the option is there if you want to. But you need to have completed the 5 original challenges before moving on to the bonus ones. So that is the basic structure of the readathon. I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below and I will get back to you about them. Next, I will be talking about the specific challenges for each team. So if you want to skip ahead to a specific team, I'll leave the timestamps below in the description. After I am done talking about the specific challenges, I will also be talking about the bonus challenges and a few other things, so please do watch the end of the video if you are skipping ahead. Anyways, here are the teams. First, we have Team Poseidon. Poseidon is lord of the sea, storms, earthquakes, floods. He is stubborn and has a fearsome temper, but he loves his kids dearly. These are Team Poseidon's challenges. Read a book with a blue cover. Poseidon's son Percy is a talented swordsman. Read a book in which a main character uses a sword. Humans are not a common sight in Poseidon's underwater palace. Read a book with a non-human main character. The ocean is vast and unexplored. Read a book you have not heard much about before. Percy Jackson is named after Perseus, who is one of the few heroes who had a happy ending. Read a book that will make you happy. Next, we have Team Hades. Hades is lord of the underworld and of riches. He is solitary and independent and chooses to rely on himself rather than on others. These are the challenges for Team Hades. Hades does not often interact with other Olympians. Read a standalone novel. The underworld is a dark and dreary place. Read a book with a dark cover. Death comes randomly and without warning. Pick a book randomly from your TBR. Nico D'Angelo hid his true identity at Camp Jupiter. Read a book in which a character has to hide their identity. Hades is also the god of riches. Read a book featuring a rich character. Next, we have Demeter. She is goddess of harvest and agriculture. In the olden days, she often visited mortals and taught them stuff about farming. These are the challenges for Team Demeter. Read a book with nature on the cover. This could be anything from trees, leaves, flowers, etc. Read a book that features a school. Demeter is one of the oldest Olympians. Read one of the oldest books on your TBR. Demeter cares greatly for her daughter Persephone. Read a book featuring a parent. Demeter sometimes visits her daughter in the underworld. Read a book that honors Hades. So for this prompt, you basically have to go to the list of prompts for Team Hades and just pick whichever one you want. Next is Team Aphrodite. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, beauty, and passion. She is temperamental, crafty, smart, and she cares greatly for her children as well. These are the challenges for Team Aphrodite. Aphrodite is often invested in the love lives of mortals. Read a romance to curb her curiosity. Read a book with a cover you think is beautiful. Read a book with a strong, independent female main character. Selena Beauregard, a daughter of Aphrodite, once led a dozen war chariots into battle. Read a book that features a battle. And lastly, read a book that got turned into a movie or a TV show. Next, we have Team Athena. Athena is known as the warrior goddess, goddess of wisdom and strategy. She is brilliant and very disciplined. These are the challenges for Team Athena. Athena favors those who seek knowledge beyond all. Read a book that features a school. Read a middle grade book. It takes a great mind to pull off a quest. Read a book that features a quest or a mission. Athena is a favorite among gods and mortals alike. Read a book by your favorite author. Athena and her children are recognizable by their stormy eyes. Read a book with a gray cover. Next, we have Team Artemis. Artemis is the goddess of the hunt. She is focused, reserved, and reasonable. She does not often lose her temper and is one of the more understanding Olympians. These are the challenges for Team Artemis. Hunter Talia Grace was once transformed into a tree for several years. Read a book with a green cover. Read a book that takes place in the wilderness. The whole book does not have to take place in the wilderness, just like a scene or two, as long as at some point in the book, the characters are in a forest. Read a book while the moon is up. Read a book with multiple strong, independent female main characters. Apollo and Artemis often look out for each other. Read a book that features siblings. Next, we have Artemis's twin brother, Apollo. Apollo is the sun god, god of archery, healing, medicine, arts, all kinds of things. These are the challenges for Team Apollo. Music to my ears. Listen to an audiobook. Read a graphic novel. And this could be mangas, comics, anything. As the god of prophecy, Apollo can often predict the future. Read a book you predict will be a 5-star read. Apollo is considered to be one of the most beautiful gods. Read a book with a beautiful cover. And lastly, read a well-known and well-liked book. Next, we have Team Hephaestus. Hephaestus is the god of fire, forges, technology. He is known to be the blacksmith of Olympus. These are the challenges for Team Hephaestus. Read a book in which a main character owns a weapon with a name. For example, Percy Jackson owns Riptide, and even in lots of mangas, weapons have names, so any of those work. Next, read a book with a cover as bright as fire. This could be orange, yellow, white even. Next, read a book that features technology. Hephaestus often works with Cyclops. Read a book that features a non-human main character. And lastly, Hephaestus was cast out from Olympus and prefers to spend a lot of time alone. Read a standalone novel. And finally, the last team is Team Hestia. Hestia is the goddess of home and family, and she is known as the oldest Olympian. These are the prompts for Team Hestia. Read a book with a found family. Read the oldest book on your TBR. Hestia often visits Camp Half-Blood disguised as a child. Read a middle grade book to make her feel welcome. Read a book recommended to you by a friend. And lastly, read the first book in a series. Those are all the teams. Moving on to the bonus challenges. Again, you do not have to complete these challenges if you don't want to, but if you do want to, you can complete them after finishing the 5 challenges for your team. Challenge 1. is Sword and Shield. Read a book featuring a main character that you will not get along with. Next is Archery. Read a book that is shorter than 200 pages. Next is Pegasus Riding. Read a book that was published within the last 5 years. Next is Monster Fighting. Read a book featuring magical creatures. Next is Canoeing. Read a book that takes place on or near a body of water. It can be on the sea, on a lake, river. You get the idea. Next is Climbing Wall. Read the next book in a series. And last but not least is Capture the Flag. Read one of your most anticipated books. The bonus challenges are mostly the same as last year, but not everyone completed them, so I think it's fine that they're the same. Finally, there are a few other tidbits of information that will be important for you to know before this readathon starts. The first thing is our social media. So we do have a Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. We will mostly be using the Twitter and Instagram to kind of interact with you guys, answer any questions that you might have. We also might have reading sprints and things of the sort, which we will also announce on Twitter mostly, but maybe also Instagram. There is also a Discord which is separated into different channels for different teams. So there you can interact with each other and get book recommendations and things like that. I will leave all 3 of those links down in the description box below. If you have any questions at all, please comment them down below, or you can contact me on Twitter or Instagram as well, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for participating in this readathon. I think it's so much fun. I love Percy Jackson. I have loved Percy Jackson since I was very little, so I am so happy to have created this readathon and have so many people be just as excited about it as I am. Anyways, my name is Ishi. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I hope your day is as wonderful as you are.